Greetings, and welcome to another TV box review. Today's video features a different type of TV box, one that possesses all the performance features for 2019, and it also has digital TV tuner features to capture free over-the-air digital channels. Presenting, the Mecool K7, and this is a hybrid TV box running on the S905X2 CPU and the Mali G31 GPU, and it comes with ports for digital antennas. Up next, I have a full review and demonstration, and we'll see if this box is right for you. Stay tuned, that's up next. Welcome back. So this is the box it comes in. And if I turn to the back, we have some specifications. The operating system is Android 9.0. The CPU is the Amlogic S905X2 quad-core ARM Cortex-A53. It comes with 4 GB of SD RAM and 64 GB of internal storage. It has gigabit Ethernet LAN speed, and it has codecs to play 4K videos at 60 frames per second. And without further ado, I will do a quick unboxing. In the box, you have the Mecool K7 TV box itself. You get this infrared remote. This remote has special buttons to control the DVB tuner, but it doesn't have an air mouse feature. You get a standard HDMI cable, a 12 volts power adapter. You get an external antenna for maximum Wi-Fi reception. And the last item here is the user's manual. And now a look at its design and its input-output peripherals. The body is made of plastic with the Mecool logo printed to the top. To the rear of the box, you have one HDMI port, one Ethernet LAN port at 1000 megabits per second, one optical audio port, one CVBS analog composite audio-video port, a T2 and an S2 DVB antenna connector, and a DC power input jack. To one side you have one USB 3.0 port, one USB 2.0, and a microSD card reader. It's blank on the other side. To the front, you have an LED clock display. And below the box you have some cooling vents. So I will attach the antenna and connect to my 4K TV and capture card and continue. So I have connected the box. And as you boot up for the first time, you will see the Mecool standard startup animation for a few seconds. Then you're taken directly to the launcher. So this is Mecool's standard launcher. It hasn't changed much over the years, but it appears a bit more polished with shadow effects and cool icon reflections. The launcher comes with large main icons that cannot be changed, and a shortcuts bar for adding shortcuts to the launcher. Once you add a shortcut, simply press the menu button on the remote to remove it if you so choose. The launcher doesn't come with navigation or status bars for navigating with mouse pointers, so I installed the menu button app as an alternative. The alternative Snowball app doesn't work on this box. In the settings area under advanced settings you have the following options. 4K resolution up to 2160p at 60 Hz. Dolby Vision, with the option to set priority between video and graphics. HDR Display settings. Audio settings, with the option to select the audio output medium. Power key options. You have picture mode options. And CEC control options. In the device preference area you have your standard system options, and under sound settings the additional options for Dolby Atmos and DTS surround sound audio are not available. I will test later in the review to see if they are enabled by default in the sound test segment. In the apps section, they have included some basic apps along with a special app for the digital tuner and Netflix. So I will add to this list and install my usual set of apps and continue. So I have installed all my apps from the Google Play Store and I didn't have to sideload most of them because the box is running on the full mobile version of Android. So first, I will check the root state of the box. The Root Check app shows that the box is rooted, running on Android 9 operating system. This is great for apps that require root access, but unlike most of the recent models it doesn't have a root switch, and the SuperUser app that grants root access to the box cannot be updated, and any attempts to change or update the app will freeze the box during the boot up process. If this happens, then the only way to restore the box is to flash the firmware. Next, I will show the DRM information. This information tells if the box is equipped with the digital rights and the encryption to play premium streaming services like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video in HD and 4K quality. The information shown here reveals that the box has Google Widevine Level 3 with no HDCP protection. This is insufficient to play premium streaming services in HD and 4K quality, and it will require Google Widevine Level 1 and some form of protection to be qualified. Let's look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this box is AB, and the model is the K7. It comes with 4 GB of DDR4 RAM, and 64 GB of internal storage, from which this is the remainder. The Bluetooth version is 4.1, and this is indicated by the 4+. The CPU is the quad-core ARM Cortex-A53 CPU running up to 1.8 GHz in 32-bit mode. The CPU is the Amlogic S905X2, and it is configured with 32-bit ABIs. The display is powered by the ARM Mali G31 graphics processor, with a refresh rate of 60 Hz and OpenGLES version 3.2, which is really good for gaming. Under network, it shows that the box has dual-band 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi support. Under Android, it shows that the box is running on Android 9 Pie operating system, and it also shows that the box is rooted. Under thermal, it shows that the box is running between 40 and 55 degrees Celsius under normal operation, and we will monitor to see how high it increases during 3D gaming. The box comes with codecs for playing 4K videos, and I will test its Dolby features in a moment. And that's it for system and hardware information, and let's see how it does in the benchmarks. To start the benchmark segment, I will first show the results of the RAM copy speed and the internal storage read and write speed. The results show that the Mecool K7 has a RAM copy speed of 3,539 MB per second. The internal storage has a read speed of 140 MB per second and a write speed of 117. This is a good score for this box, and it should offer up well on the chart. Next, I have the results of the Wi-Fi and LAN speed test. I'm delighted to see that the Mecool K7 has excellent internet reception, hitting the maximum speed of my internet package on both Wi-Fi bands and on the gigabit LAN port. This is something most boxes have been struggling to achieve, and I will be sure to make a note of it on the chart. I now show the results of the Antutu benchmark, the score I will use to place it on my chart. The Mecool K7 got a score of 59,825. This score is based on Antutu 7, as it was requested by a subscriber who insisted that I don't use Antutu 8 for now. However, I will be going to Antutu 8 in the new year. The Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark shows that the box got a score of 739 single-core and 2052 multi-core. This score is close to those on the new X3 boxes, and we will see in a moment how it offers up on the chart. The final score is the Ice Storm Extreme and the Sling Shot GPU graphics benchmark. The Mecool K7 got a score of 5,437 in the Ice Storm Extreme, and 510 in the Sling Shot test. These scores are also close to the new X3 boxes, and should deliver some good gaming given that it has good ventilation. And that's it for the benchmarks, and let's see where it places on my chart. So after entering the scores, the Mecool K7 took position number 22 in reference to Antutu scores, which is around the same scores as the other X2 boxes. This chart can be found on my website in full spreadsheet format, where you can interact with it and compare scores. See the link in the description area. So that's it for the benchmarks, and I will now move on to its entertainment features. The K7 is a hybrid TV box that has connectors to receive free over-the-air digital channels. For users living in the UK, you can connect a DVB antenna and capture a long list of free satellite channels. The same can be done in the US region, once you have the available channels to capture. This however will not work in certain parts of the world, that are either restricted or simply out of a satellite coverage area. I purchased a digital antenna especially for this video, with the aim of capturing some digital channels for this demonstration. Unfortunately we don't have free over-the-air digital channels in my area, but I have seen other YouTubers in the UK apply this feature and it works great. If you're like me and cannot access the free DVB digital channel feature, then the K7 is still a full-fledged TV box. The K7 can play Netflix and Amazon Prime videos in basic 480p quality due to limited DRM support. For those wishing to use their favorite alternative launcher, the Mecool K7 has this feature. I installed the ADW launcher too, and it works great with all features like drag-and-drop shortcuts and long-click pop-up menus. I also tested the screen rotation feature, but the K7 does not have screen rotation capability. The K7 also comes pre-installed with the Android TV version of YouTube and it plays in 4K quality. Please know that when you open the YouTube app the voice assistant will constantly navigate the menu, which is quite annoying and there is no way to disable it. To fix this issue simply update the text-to-speech app on the Google Play Store and the update will disable it. I will now play some 4K video samples. I reintroduced the 4K Jellyfish video at 400 megabits per second bitrate to my list, but in reality not many persons would be playing videos in this format. But as one of my subscribers said in the comments, it sets a benchmark for highest achievable playback.
And only a win for Barca would be enough, because it would Koke with the ball, Villa to his right, and despite having missed out through injury, the first time he makes a run into space. Next weekend, have Atletico taken a tragic turn?
Juries, executioners, judges.
Welcome to the inside of your head.
Channel.
So the 4K samples played okay, and those with HDR and digital surround sound formats also played without issues. The difficult jellyfish video played okay, but there were times it seemed a bit choppy, but as I said, I'm just using it as a benchmark. I will now test for Dolby Atmos and DTS audio output.
Juries, executioners, judges.
Right surround channel.
From this test, it shows that the Mecool K7 does not have Dolby Atmos or DTS audio output. For my final demonstration, I will play some Android games and test for key-mapping capability.
Brilliant opening. Here's the chance. They scored.
So in the end some of the games played okay, but the Shadowgun game had some skipped frames, and the FIFA game experienced some throttling at times. The box did not overheat, and I was able to use different key-mapping apps without issues. In summary, the Mecool K7 is a great hybrid TV box if you have free over-the-air digital channels in your area and would like to cut the cord with a true alternative. You can enjoy all the latest news and sports using a digital antenna and stream movies and TV shows over the internet. You can play 4K videos, cast content from your mobile device, and play Android games with key-mapping capability. The box is made from good 2019 Amlogic X2 hardware, you have max Wi-Fi speed on all channels, and it does not overheat. On the flip side, it does not have the required Google support to play premium services in HD and 4K quality. It does not come with a navigation bar. Screen rotation does not work. And there's no Dolby Atmos or DTS audio output. I have come to the end of my review. Not often do you see a hybrid TV box with good specs and DVB features, and I believe the K7 is the best hybrid TV box to date. If you feel that the Mecool K7 is right for you, see my associate link in the description area or on my website. Using my link also provide the means to acquire more great